Okay, so I had to do a couple tests myself. I was gonna do it all live on the camera, but I can't tell you headphone wise on the camera. It's just not impossible. So that's pretty much eliminating that portion of it. And I can only show you. I'm gonna show you two different things, but well, I'm gonna show you many things, but two different things I can really show you versus the things I can't show you. So I can't here. Let's start with the things I can't. One, I can't show you the headphones but I can tell you this. These are the Audio Technica ATH M50X, which is what I've been using for years. I think Henny the business uses them. In fact, that's who I kind of picked up on getting them from, was him. So I said, well, if he can use it and he's professional, then I'm not professional, so it'll definitely work for me. And then I will say this thing is loud. Like, maybe it's just me, and I know I took the compressor off and everything, but the headphone output is pretty hot. So it was like, normally I would turn my headphone output on the Duet. I think I would turn it up pretty high, like around 34. I barely got it a quarter of the way up from, if you imagine going left to right, right? I only got it like a quarter of the way up. I'm going to call it 3. And it's pretty loud just on 3. Now, that could be because I'm playing it through the monitors too. I'm running the instruments in, but I'm running this on without the instrument button. So there's the instrument that you have, and then there's the standard without it. And then there's, obviously, when you plug in a microphone, you'd have a little difference. There's the vintage portion, which I think is amazing. It adds some warmth to the sound. The gain knobs were great. The monitor was confusing me a little bit because I could put the headphones here and it was really loud, but the monitor, I'm just gonna play. So here's some drums. I think this is just drums. I got the monitor here. No compression on it, none of that. And you see it's not peaking, which is interesting. So I don't know if that's purposely done that way, which you can kind of hear me, I'm sure, talking over this. And this is coming from the SP. In fact, there's nothing on the bus effects. I made sure I turned all that off. This is just listening to a track I made in the SP. So I was kind of floored a little bit that like the monitor could be turned that high and it still not be loud. Like, here's the song. I mean, that's loud enough for me to hear, but it's not peaking at all. And I got it that loud. So that was interesting. I still don't understand this. So this is off, obviously, if it's not on. This is on. Okay. But I don't understand what the blue is. Because when I play it, it's still playing I don't know if it's like, I'll have to look up that. To be honest, I just don't know what the blue one is. Over here, you got on and off is green. Instrument, if you're going to plug in the guitars, which I haven't done, so you get to see that live. This is just the SP right now. Now, the only thing for me, I'm going to try it without plugging it through the SP, but I probably would run mine still through the SP so that I could leave this hooked up, because I use the SP sound sometimes, like the compression in here. But I don't know yet because I'm going to try it without it. And here's the vintage. I'll play the vintage with this. If I go past this point, with this song at least, it starts peaking really bad. So I can almost leave it in the middle there and it's pretty good. I didn't mention this, but it does have the 48 Phantom here, which I just turned on, and now I want to turn it off and I don't know what I need to do. Okay, I don't know how to turn that off. Up there, it went off. So yeah, that's there. Now let's do it with the 76 compressor. We'll turn it on. So when it's off, obviously it says off. There's vocal, guitar, and fast. And I don't do vocals, so we won't try that. I will try the guitar for you in a little bit. Let's just do fast right now because that's the only thing I can think to use it on. So check this out. It's some compression happening there for sure. Just so we don't drive my family out the house too loud. That's doing something to the sound. I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something. It sounds like it's like, I don't want to say parallel versus like, but it feels like the sound is expanding some way. So I'm not sure. I need to look that up and figure out what that does. But I will say the 76 compressor is really nice. I don't know. I'm going to try the guitar now. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the SP. And I will use, I was going to get, let me get another cable. Now it's extra noise. Oh, wait, I have a cable. I'm tripping. Hold on a second. Let me grab this right here, too. I'll just plug into one. Turn on instrument. And we'll take the vintage off just so you can hear it clean. And I'll leave it pretty much at the same settings. So that way we don't have to... maybe I'll turn the monitor back a little bit. Pretty hot, so I'm gonna turn it back because my guitar is dimed at this guitar was built with it dimed basically on 100 full volume. So my only volume knob is the volume knob here, and this is nylon, so you can kind of get an idea. Now, I mean, let's put some vintage on. Probably not going to know much different on a nylon though, because it's already warm sounding. Plus I'm playing with my fingers, so that already makes it warmer tone. So let's turn it on with, let's play a little bit with the pick. I really kind of need something playing. Let's do this. I'm going to turn the volume up on this. This is weird. Hold on a second. Let me stop this song. So I just noticed something with this direct, but it's kind of confusing me. So when I'm in the orange and I'm just gonna play this beat, you only hear it from the right side. So that must mean, what does that mean? But when I press it in blue, I got both outputs. So it's doing, it's basically, that's kind of weird. So that's really cool, actually. I don't know exactly why I would use that, but if I just got this the SP plugged into 1, and you're hearing it stereo even though it's only plugged into 1. So you can see this input is the SP input, and this input is the guitar. All right, I didn't have intention of sitting here playing, so I'm gonna put this down now. I just wanted to show you what it kind of sounds like. All right, let's switch, and I'm gonna use the bass now. Try it. I didn't try the 76 compressor, but I am gonna try that. Let me just try the bass real quick. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, without the compressor, let's go first. Or without the vintage. I dig it. Sounds pretty good. It doesn't, the one thing it doesn't have that I will say that Arturia has is the higher output. So I'm used to being able to play at low volume, so it's kind of like freaking me out that I'm turning this up this high, but that's okay. Throw the vintage on it. I definitely will not play with the vintage on a bass because that's weird because it's already bassy. It's pretty warm sounding anyway. All right, I'm gonna stop that for a second. Let's just try the bass with it. Okay, I definitely think that 76 compressor is super worthy when it comes to the guitar. I cannot speak on sorry about the noise, that's the guitar cable, I unplugged it. But I'm gonna plug it back into the nylon and see what it sounds like with the compressor. Which is gonna be louder because it's dime, so let me turn it back a little. I think it's gonna. Okay, so my take is whether you use these two or not is only gonna matter. First of all, I shouldn't have the vintage on for this. This doesn't need that at all. But I will put the compressor on and see what that does, if that'll help it. That'll brighten it up a little bit. So that compressor is brightening the sound up a little bit. Not bad. Okay, so I like the compressor. I think it's gonna depend on what I'm using. I like it on the bass more than anything else so far. Let me hear it on this SP again. I really feel like I don't need it much on the SP because there's one in here. So if I turn on, like, if I go turn on the bus effects in here, I can EQ it, I can do everything in here. Let me turn on the one I usually run, which is just 303. So that sounds good. Try the compressor. Stop that, exit out. Let me see something here. I want to try one more thing while we're on screen since we're doing all this. Plug this in here. So far, I like the way it sounds. I think that vintage thing works well on certain things. For instance, if you wanted it on your vocals, I think the vintage thing probably would be nice. But I don't know. And maybe a certain guitar if it was bright. Let's try it. Now we got the SP plug back in. I definitely like it when it's in the orange setting better as far as the sound. It's weird that way with this. I gotta read about that and figure out what that is, but it's just weird to me. Okay, so I like the orange setting. I think it's, for me personally, it's just me. I'm gonna run the SP as my main source, but this will just be the guide for it. I can't say plugging in direct sound bad. It didn't sound bad. I wasn't super impressed, I guess. Let me try one more time with the guitar just to see. I'm not 100% saying that it's like bad. It's just, I don't know yet. Maybe because it's still new. So let's see. All right, so let's do compression with the 76. Turn the instrument on, which is basically a high Z, right? It's definitely gonna make the guitar louder. Let's turn it off. Yeah, we can't run it even without it. You pretty much have to have that on. But you could go without this, but you gotta have the instrument on. Put it on the guitar again. You know, I feel like that probably is sounding better on steel string versus nylon. So let me just try the vintage on here. It's peaking already. So for my guitars, I don't care for the sound directly in. And you know what? I found this to be true because it does play differently. I will say the Apogee was the best sounding. Apogee Duo was the best sounding direct that I've had. But the SP, for some reason, when I plug into the SP, let me do that right now, actually. I like the sound going through the SP into this. Oh, shoot. It's going to be loud. Let me turn this down. I'm going to turn off the instrument. I don't need that on. Boy, this guitar is way out of tune. Sorry, I didn't tune up before. Should have did that. So excuse this extraness that I've got. Oops. Okay, cool. Now it's extra loud too. I gotta turn it. Not sold on that. Okay, so you got that. Now I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna go unplug here. And I'm gonna try to plug straight off of the SP one more time, the way I usually go in, right? And then for you to be able to hear it, I'll have to plug these in. Oops. That should have been on the side, whatever. Sorry about all the extra movement, but let me add a little live guitar. Give me a second. I'm trying something here. SP. Interesting. Sample. Acoustic. Wow, where did my samples go for this song? Interesting. What happened here? File. I'm missing parts of my song here, that's why I'm tripping out. But anyway, moving on. All right. It's okay. I mean, no, this is good because I already know what this sounds like. So I'm not going to sit here and do this. All right. So back to what we were doing. What do I think about this guy? All right, if I'm blatantly honest, and I am blatantly honest, this thing here is gonna be good for most people. I'm gonna have to run this here. I'm running out of real estate. Okay, this is gonna be good for most. Sample offline. I don't get it. Let me close this out. Let me open up a different track because I was not expecting to see this. Sample offline. Don't save. All right. All right, so here's a song, and I'm trying to figure out, let me go back into the settings and switch this. Sorry about the silence for a second here. I have to switch everything back as I moved it off the SP to the vote. Okay, so back to the vote. Let's switch to a different song. Yeah, I definitely think it sounds good. The SP going through it. Wow, that sounds amazing. So it's hard to give you a full-on take. I do think the compressors are nice, but only useful for certain things, and I wouldn't use them all the time. I would venture to say they're probably better for vocals than they are for anything else. The guitar was nice. It brightened up the sound a little bit. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing because I haven't recorded anything with it. So, oh, this is what I was supposed to be trying too. So this is what's interesting. All right, so the direct off is off right now, and it's still coming through the host. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm not sure what that, I'm gonna have to figure out how that works like that, because you turn off the direct, but if you're on the computer, you can see it still works. Everything works fine. So let's do. Oh, okay, so you can't hear, you can see I'm hitting, or if you can't see, I'm hitting the, sorry if the camera's shaking too. I'm hitting the SP and I'm getting no volume. So there's something different about that. So this must be off when you don't need to record anything, and it's just for your monitor, so you can monitor, because that's why the monitor maybe comes down a little bit or something. I'm not exactly sure on that one, because like if I'm playing something from here and I have to have this on, right, or and this orange is your regular input in. And I think this one must be splitting the input or something like that. Splitting the signal. I'm going to have to read to figure that out. But I will say, I do think it's very nice quality sound. It's not clean like I think of Focusrite as being more clean, in my opinion, right? Motu M2, and I've had the M2 and the M4 at one point, and they both were very clean to me, pristine, clean. Some people would say that's sterile, like you, but I just think you hear whatever you're putting into it. It's nothing, no additives. This one feels like it has additives to it, And I can only say that I can tell mostly because when I play the guitar through, it does feel a bit different. And that's when I'm confused, I guess, on it. If I play the guitar through here, it still sounds a bit different to me when I'm running it through here, but it's not bad. It's just different, right? You got to get used to that, to what different is. So yeah, so if you got any questions, just ask me. I'm gonna give it a few days to see how it goes. I want to read on and understand what this Direct is doing. So maybe I'll give you an update video once I understand what it's doing, because I really don't know. But I do think the compressor is kind of nice, and but not necessary. This is cool because it's warm sounding, kind of warms up. Again, none of these to me are necessary. They're just additives to it. Yeah. So interesting. All right, cool. Well, that's it. That's my first-hand experience with it. The UA 276. Pretty neat. I like it. I can't say it's 100% a keeper for me, but I mean, I like it. It's cool. It's definitely different. I know one thing for sure. I like the way this layout is on the top. I think that is great. It's really good. So anyway, that's it. I'm out.